just looked in the chat room and saw Christian said, any thoughts on how to stay positive in the face of losing a friend to cancer? And I'll follow up and say, is your friend, did you lose your friend, or are they in the process of fighting cancer right now? Now, the reality is, while that is certainly not a positive thing, and I don't have a ton of experience with losing people close to me, but I have lost a few friends, and my grandfather, although the grandfather is very different because there's no tragedy in dying at 94. But I went through some tough things, passed away today. Well, there's a couple things on that I will share, and this may or may not be what you want to hear. Your loss, your sense of loss is very real. But that is something that you mourn and transition from. That person, your memories, their energy is always going to be something you can access. Last night I was editing videos of my grandpa and thinking about him a bunch, and I was amazed how happy I was just reliving memories in my head. I was like, wow, I mean, how long, he's died in 07? And here I am, I'm not missing him. I'm thinking bringing him to this present moment, bringing his energy, bringing a smile or a chuckle in the present moment, and it overjoyed me. So I know that there is a mourning transition that you have to go through, and whatever that is for you. But also don't define that in advance. Some people think like, oh, you're supposed to mourn a certain amount of time, or you may snap and go, they have transitioned. They are no longer in pain. They are beyond. And how lucky I am to have crossed paths with them and interacted. And so you'll feel that tangible loss as you have a vacuum in your life in the short term. But I think have faith that their presence was perfect in your life. They live on in you and everybody they touched. The other thing I would say is, if you get caught up in thinking of tragic things about that didn't happen or this didn't happen, my personal belief is that the only thing tragic about death is the loss that the people who miss them experience. So your loss is the worst part about this. Their experience is they have rejoined the infinite consciousness, and the bliss is beyond what we can perceive. During the HugNation, we talked about that your consciousness is a pinprick. You're experiencing the divine light through that pinprick. Now, my belief of what death is you get sucked back through that pinprick, and you're in with the light. So all the joy, all the amazing things that we can experience through the eyes of our pinprick of divine light shining through us is just a fraction of what awaits us when we rejoin the infinite consciousness, the divine God, heaven. And so your friend is free of all the limitations of humanity, all the ego stuff, all the body stuff, all the physical stuff that is like basically impeding our pinhole, you know, that's making us struggle to just experience as much of the divine perfection as possible, is now laughable compared to the volume of bliss that they are just of. Not even perceiving it, they are. So I send you love and hopefully speed in working through these transitions, and faith that you will be able to draw upon the love that is always a part of your heart because of them.